tiger on the prowl. I'ma make it go wild. I'm original, and I told you so. I'm a kid in the candy store. Put the leather on the denim. I ain't the cure, I'm the venom. If you wanna find me, find the taillight. Something's coming in, you're gonna wanna take a red eye. It's time to go. It's time to go. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. I don't wait for nobody. I'm a summer name on the dotty. City lights call my name, drawn to the flame, and I'm feeling kinda naughty. I hit the ground running, step out the door and I'm stunning. Better hold tight cause you know what's going down. I'm setting the pace cause this is my town. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Don't blink, don't blink.
Wait. What? What? Oh. What are y'all doing here? No. So, the deal was very specific. 3 streams only, blue lifesavers. It was very clear in the trailer, okay? I don't know what, or the rider. What is going on here?
I didn't get that.
Hi.
Try again.
Oh, Siri, really?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm not talking to her anymore.
I'm not sure I understand.
Neither am I. I don't know if you could hear all that, but Siri's talking up a blue streak to me. But hey, guess what? I am not Doc Rock. It says so right there. It's right there. Doop, doop, doop. I'm not Doc Rock. Your content creator coach. I am Keely Dunn of FH Empires. That's tomorrow. Today, I'm Keely Dunn for Discord for Creators. And look, I'm even trying to get more into the brand and the mood, but I'm having tons of problem with reflections today. So I don't know. Do you like them though? I'm pretty happy. Hi. So for unforeseen circumstances, Doc was delayed in San Diego and needed some help. So episode number 4 of the takeover is upon us. And I hope you're excited to get stuck in on a couple of little things that we can do in Discords with voice channels. But really, are they voice channels or are they video channels? And I think it's really funny that a product that was designed around this feature, this was really the big selling point for the community, for all the gamers, so that they could show off how they were playing the games and they could be on camera and they could be talking to people at the same time. Why do they call it voice channels? I just don't understand, but that's okay. We're gonna give them a pass because this feature is so good and so much fun. And you're gonna start seeing some possibilities for ways you can use this in your community as well. So thank you all for being here. I'm gonna have a look and see who's here because sometimes that just helps to anchor me quite a bit, knowing that I've got friends to talk to. It's very exciting. So here we go. Who's all here? Of course, both Big Promotions and Rich are here. Hey, friend, thanks for popping in. Mr. Kamajoku, Luis, you're here. Rob Balls, thank thank you. I know you're really busy these days on the campaign trail. And if you don't know what Mr. Rob Valls is trying to do to change the world, then you should talk to him and find out. He's running for school board in Arizona. I'm just going to say Arizona. It's Phoenix. It is Phoenix. And he is going to change the world. He's going to do some great things. So we're very excited for him. Paul Duncan is here. Thank you very much, as always, for coming and keeping the rabble in the lines. And Alec, hi. Good to have you. He's up a little bit early. Stressed Out Stress Free is here. Aloha and mahalo. James Pruitt, hi. Good to have you. I've seen you on a few Discords, so this is definitely going to be a piece for you. And Paul, reminder, thank you, Colin. I am going to be so glad to be doing my own stream tomorrow, where I don't have to just read out and I can actually put comments up. It's going to be so nice to do that again. I really miss it. Scottsdale. Sorry, Rob has corrected me. Scottsdale School Board. I don't care. He's going to be president of the United States soon. So let's forget all this state nonsense. It doesn't matter. Dina's here. Dee, thank you so much. Mabuhay and all that sort of thing. Thank you. And Gretchen, haven't seen you for a hot minute. Thanks for popping in. We're talking Discord today. I hope you're interested. So this was the show that I was planning for tomorrow night on Discord for Creators YouTube, and I got to just push it up a day. It was like inverse procrastination. So I think that all works out. Very cool. Discord voice channels. Okay, if you can imagine a feature that allows you to replace WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger video calls, FaceTime, Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, oh my gosh, all those things that cost quite a bit of fundage. Discord voice channels can replace all those things, which is, for me, one of the amazing selling points. The other thing is that the voice channels exist right in your server. So where your community is where the voice channels are. And that, for me, is one of the biggest selling points. I'm just going to have a quick look because the music is too loud. Okay, thank you, gang. I just saw the alert, so I'm going to... How we doing? Is that better? I turned it down a lot. You know, profiles, they'll get you every time. Incredibly convenient, and yet. Here, even more. How's that? Pull down the music. Okay. Motivated Minds, good to have you. And yes, John Westhaver, that's one way to put it, that my mic volume is too low, but really, I think the music was too high. So it's cool. A lot easier to turn up or turn down that music. Let me know if that's all good. Okay. I see retracted messages. I think it's all fantastic. Okay. So as I was saying, the biggest asset I think that Discord voice channels have is that they take place inside your community. So unlike other tools that you need to use that take your user outside of your experience, your little home, and all their friends and all the conversations they're having, the voice channels happen in situ, which I think just makes it more powerful, more engaged. It brings it down a notch from being this really formal, stodgy sort of gray room feel that you get whenever you're in a Zoom or a Microsoft Teams meeting. We all know what that's like. We've been through that all the time. And instead, you just kind of feel like you're video calling your friends. And yet, it's again not out of context the way that a WhatsApp group call can be, or a messenger call, and that sort of thing. Kevin, thank you very much for popping in, and yeah, hit that like button. Oh, you know, I usually have a Stream Deck button for that, but I don't for this. There you go. Things that we are learning. Okay, so I'm gonna take you through step by step the basics of voice channels, and also talk about some of the more interesting things that you can do, including bring in your Ecamm virtual camera into a voice channel. It's a fantastic, fantastic feature. So that is definitely something that you're going to want to tune into. That's going to come near the end. It's almost like a bonus to keep the retention high or something like that. Who knows? There you go. Okay. So, oh, I know I've already done something here. Okay. If I come into the screen, there you go. That's what we're going to start off with. Is that what we're going to start off with? Yes. Voice and video settings. Look, I had less than 24 hours to do this. Give me a break. So the first thing that you want to start thinking about when you're going to set up voice channels, a lot of us just feel like, oh, this is going to be awesome. I'm just going to dive right in and it's going to be dope. But really what you want to think about is setting up your voice channel settings right from the get-go. So here we're going into system preferences. Now we covered this in a Discord for Creators stream. Was it last? It wasn't last Wednesday. Maybe it was the Wednesday before, or I don't know. It's all a blur. It's all a blur. You're just gonna have to figure it out yourself. I'm sorry. And we went through all these ways in which you could configure your accounts so that you would have the safest and most effective experience on Discord. This particular little slot here, the voice and video slot, is somewhere that you're going to find is going to be super useful, and you're going to come back to it. And I actually wish there was a shortcut for this. For some reason there isn't. Sorry, I'm just going to turn on my Pro Mouse because that's going to make life a lot easier. And let's see, am I going to get over there now? Come on, universal control. There we go. Okay, the first thing I'm actually going to do to make this a little more visible is I'm going to change my appearance to light mode. Gamers hate this. Light mode. Okay. But down here under app settings and voice and video, this is a great place to pop into before you open up a voice channel, before you dive into a voice room, as it were, if you want to call it that. Come in here and double check your voice settings. Now this, and your video settings. So just like you would in Zoom, for example, you want to make sure that your input and your output devices are set to the ones you want. How many times have you joined a Zoom meeting and somebody has joined in and they're unmuted, but they're on the wrong microphone, and they're either super distant because something else is picking up their sound, or they've got this beautiful mic, but it's their MacBook microphone that's picking up sound and playing the voice back, or maybe there's some slap back because things haven't been locked down into headphones or earphones, as you would. So make sure you pop into here and you have a look, okay? You can test your mic here. I wonder if this is gonna play back through. Check, 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 check. I don't know if you could hear that. But you can definitely see, whoops, stop testing that. You can definitely see the sound indication bar running back and forth, so you know that your voice is being picked up into Discord. So make sure you have a quick look at that. Some other settings you're gonna wanna look at before the first time you go into a room is your input mode, okay? Now, because you set this here to either voice activity or push to talk, that doesn't mean necessarily the channel you're in is going to allow you to do that, because you can actually lock down channels so people have to push to talk and they can't just speak willy-nilly. You might want to do that where you want to allocate a higher priority for speech for your favorite members, the ones who are paying the highest tier, for example. Or you don't want anybody to be able to do that because you want to try to make it a little more intentional when people are speaking in the group. So this is a way that you can establish your own default, but that won't necessarily override, it will not override what happens in a particular channel. Input sensitivity is a big one because you want to make sure that your sensitivity is set at a level that your microphone's going to pick it up. Now, if I turn automatic sensitivity back on, It's probably not transmitting my beautiful voice right now at all for some reason. Oh no, it was doing it automatically. Sorry. And now we're back to manual. Now, if I take this bar and I drag it, I could drag it all the way to minus 30 decibels. And you can see that my indicator is often not, I'm going to speak a little more quietly, is often not reaching the indicator. That means that when I'm speaking, Discord is not going to transmit my voice unless I'm getting over that bar. Okay, so if you are, for example, on a mobile device, you're on your iPhone, and you want to make sure that even when you're holding it at an arm's reach, because you want, you know, your prettiest side to be shown, that your microphone is sensitive enough to pick up your voice from that distance. When it's closer, it doesn't need to be as sensitive. I actually just set mine to always on. And the reason I do this is because I know I've got this dopeness right here. It's really good. And I'm not worried about it transmitting a whole bunch of extraneous sounds. To be a dynamic microphone the way it is, and nice and closely tuned to, you know, I'm speaking into the capsule as best I can, sort of, I hope. That's gonna cut down on the extraneous noise, unlike somebody who's just talking into their computer microphone, for example. Okay. You're very welcome, gang. We've got, let's see. I'm gonna get distracted because I can. James Pruitt, you hate light mode, use dark mode for everything. Very fair. And James, thanks for being here. Mr. Hicks, the man about town. We're gonna get your Discord server going, sir. Okay, that's definitely a thing that's gonna happen in our worlds. So you can also check your video settings. So I just clicked on the test my video, and that will allow me to make sure that my camera is actually working. And you can see down here, I've got my camera settings, and I've got a number of cameras, including my Ecamm Live virtual cam. So that's what I was going to mention to you later. You can do really silly things like change your background to Discord the movie or something like that. No, we don't want to do that. We do not want to do that whatsoever. There's a new feature. I wanted to point this out to y'all, that there is now a built-in noise suppression. Discord is really, I really like the way that they do this, is that they don't try to design necessarily their own pieces of the software. They go out and they just partner with somebody who does something really well, like Crisp doing noise suppression. So I actually have this turned on as well in order to cut down on a little bit more of the background noise, so I feel good. You can see what audio codec they're using and all that kind of stuff. And you can also cut down on your echo you can turn on echo cancellation right here in case you're not using these, but you know, you're not a monster, you're gonna use them. They're all there. I use the automatic game control just because I'm not always sure. I've got my my microphone set to my input volume to be very loud, and I let Discord figure out just how loud I should be for my environment. Nobody's complained yet, but I will pay attention if they do. Okay, so you've got all these settings to look at. Another thing, before you go into a voice channel where you may be sharing your screen, which is something you can do just like you can do in Zooms and just like you can do in Teams, is that you will want to turn on setting audio capture up from applications. This involves them, again, one of their little partnerships that Discord has done. They pair with Rogue Amoeba, and they use the ACE plugin in order to bring application audio into Discord. Okay, so you're gonna wanna come in here and follow the instructions. If you've ever used a loopback, you'll know the routine. It involves some rebooting, it involves some recovery mode, installation stuff, but it's well worth doing the one time that you have to, and then it's done forever, which is great. There's also a helpful little voice diagnostic that it will show you if there's no audio coming from your mic. So pay attention to the little warning signs that might come up in your Discord window when you are logging in, because if it doesn't see something from your mic, you can avoid a lot of issues. Now, with all that said, before I move on to the next topic, I do want to let you know that of all the things that can drive you up the wall with Discord, your voice connection will be it. This will be your number one thing. You will think that your mic is on and it'll look as though it is, but nobody's hearing your audio. Sometimes it's you, sometimes it's the rest of the room, but all it takes is to quit Discord, restart Discord. You can even just not even shut down or disconnect from that voice channel. You can just shut down Discord, restart it, and all of a sudden everybody's working, okay? This is just part of the growth process, but I've found that in certain servers, it's much more reliable. I've had great success in FH Umpires, and yet in the LGL server, it's a little more spotty, but we're all adults, so we disconnect and reconnect and everything works fine. I'm gonna double check on comments before I move on to make sure that I haven't missed any questions. Remember, as the Paul Duncan says, Q colon in front of them and call light. Good to see you. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. This was supposed to be, oh, there we go. It's gonna do it now. Joining and disconnecting from a voice channel. Nice and easy peasy, okay? I've set up a little demo channel in, oh, look, and there's people already there. In LGL, you can see here, there's some people hanging out here. We have a voice channel called Demo Time all set up. Now, as I look at this channel down here, you can see at the top, there's a little camera. It's really tiny. I hope you can all see it. And it says 3 out of 25. There's 25 slots in each voice channel. Okay, unless you start upgrading to other things. So that is the cap to voice channels. And let's see, there's a few friends in there, so I think I'm gonna come in and join. And all I'm gonna do in order to join is I'm just gonna click. What? What is going on all up in these streets? Holy
Rich made me do it.
Oh my
I didn't
god.
make her do nothing.
You guys look great. This is hilarious. So,
Hey,
friends,
you might want to pull up your volume a little bit, friend.
Is it? Okay. Let's see if I can do
Yeah.
that. Thank you.
Oh, there you are. Okay, cool. Yeehaw!
You goofballs. Oh my goodness. This is hilarious. So, hey, guess what? We're in a voice channel, and as you can tell, things are pretty casual. All up in here. Rich, you look very comfortable in that hat, I have to say.
Oh,
Dina,
yeah.
maybe not so much.
It's my go-to.
It
I
is.
know, this is my favorite hat.
There you go. The volume is low. Is my volume low, or is everybody's
Yes.
volume low? Janae
Your
was just
volume has
commenting.
been low.
Okay, here.
It is you, my friend.
I'm going to turn off the music entirely because I think our Discord friends are going to be coming in through sound effects. Can everybody verify what the sound levels are like now? Or anybody? Rinks plays asked a question. I'm going to get to that in a sec if I can. Oh, yes, ma'am. Everything is good, says Janae. Okay, perfect. So, friends, I am in Discord and in a voice channel with these two ridiculously good-looking people. And it would still help if I raised my mic volume. Literally nobody has told me I'm too quiet my entire life. Okay. I'm hiking it up. Hiking it up. Look, we're at 95, gang. I don't know what's going to happen. I think there's going to be an explosion in the space-time continuum if I go any higher. Okay. So all it takes to join the voice channel, as you saw, was, I just need to get my guests are louder than you. Okay, they might be too loud now. Okay, when they speak. Dina, can you say a few words for me here?
How you doing today, Keely?
Oh, like I'm doing so good. Oh, we're all on the same mic. Yes, thanks, John. I will try to give that, but I'm on maximum on my microphone. So, okay, we're just gonna have to make do with what we got because I've shot all the troubles that I can at the moment. Oh, and look, Cully's in here too. Everybody just
Cully.
popped in. So as you can see, I've got a window that looks kind of like a Zoom window where everybody is, oh, and she doesn't want any piece of this. In and out, in and out. And so we have our camera windows, okay? So if I want to turn off my camera so it's no longer going in, you can see I have my avatar placeholder is now active, and all I have to do is just click on the video button down here. I can also change whichever camera is coming in here on the fly. Now, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break things, because changing things tends to be where we get into little issues. But you can see I have a nice little inception because I'm using Ecamm virtual camera coming into the voice channel. Okay. And if I want to hop out of this, all I have to do is press on the disconnect button here, and I disconnect, and I'm out. Easy peasy. Okay. Why am I copying that? I just want to go right back into the demo voice. There we go. Okay. Now you can see that when you join by default, it's just a small little window that allows you to see the rest of your Discord naturally. So there's 3 different ways you can look at your voice channel. You can have it inside your main Discord window like this. You can also pop it out. So if you want to remove this and put it on a different monitor or somewhere else, you can pop it out and do that. And that means that you can have your entire Discord window back. So I can't quite show
Come
you
on,
all
man,
that.
focus.
Is it because it's training on your eyes there?
Oh, is that one?
Yeah, probably.
What's his eyes? You should be looking at him.
Okay,
Anyway.
so you can see in this bottom corner here, we've got a couple of dialogues. We've got pop out and the full screen. So if I pop this out, okay, all of a sudden you're like, oh, where did it go? Because I popped it out to another monitor that I now actually can't even find. So that was a smart move on my part. I get an indicator when I click back on the voice channel that I've popped the player back into another window. So I'm going to return this to the app and bring it back in, and yay, everybody's back. And somehow I turned off my camera again without knowing it. Okay. I can also watch this in full screen. So if I don't need anything else in Discord, I can pop this out to a full screen and I can be fully focused on these amazing people that I have with me. And yeah, those are some of the basics of joining and disconnecting from voice channels. Nice and easy peasy. Now I'm going to show you some other fun tools. Because just like with Zoom and everything else, we have muting. We also have deafening. I showed you a little bit of the cameras, and we're going to show you focus. Okay. So if you get a phone call and you don't want all your friends in Discord to be privy to everything that you're talking about, you can mute your mic very easily just down here. Okay. The traditional shortcuts, the ones that we all know from Zoom, Teams, Command-Shift-M, that works as well. So you didn't see me, but I didn't click on it. Here, I'm going to just move my little mouse away. You can tell. And there we go. I'm muted and unmuted. Okay. Discord also gives you another extra step that you don't get in Zoom and Teams, which I think would be a really good feature for them, but whatever. You don't have to copy. Is deafening, which means that not only do you mute your mic, but you can silence the sound that's coming out of the voice channel. So this is good if you need to shift your focus and you need to pay attention to something else. And that is over on your over in your user panel down here at the bottom on the left-hand side, the headphones. So if you click on that, now I can't hear anything that they're yelling at me. And you can also use Command-Shift-D in order to deafen yourself. So I'm going to come out here, and you can see that I get the microphone lights up, but there's also an indicator down here that I have deafened myself. So that's very, very effective. Okay. I can also, when I'm in this view or in any view, is I can highlight Dina. So I can blow up her window and make her bigger on the screen so that as she's the one who's speaking, I can do that. It doesn't work the same way as you know in Zoom, where you can have a setting where the person who is speaking is automatically the most, or the person who gets highlighted. But nicely, all I have to do if I want to turn it back into the grid view that I had before is I can just click on Dina again. So I'm here, I click, and then if I click again on Dina, it goes back to the grid view. So it's a really, really quick transition, which is really, really nice. So there you go with focusing. Did I miss anything, gang? On muting and all that? Oh,
Not
I know
on volume, no.
I know
Screen
something
share.
else I can show off here is that I've just right-clicked on Rich's window here. And I have a whole bunch of tools I can now use in order to control my experience with Rich. So let's say Rich is too loud. Just no offense, buddy. No offense. I can dial him down and I can take him down to 65% so that his audio matches my experience. This doesn't affect anybody else in the room. It only affects me. Similarly, if something's going on with Rich and like say he's fallen off his chair and his dog's barking and he can't get to his own mute button, I know, Rich. I can mute him on my side temporarily, and that's just for me. And so that'll help me with that. I can also disable his video if, say, he's got some strobe lights going and he's having a rave and I'm trying to focus on something else. I can use the focus on this person as well from that window. Hi, look, see? I'm not so rude. I can change his nickname. I didn't know I could do this. I hadn't even looked at this. I can call you something else. You might still be, I may have muted you, or you may have muted yourself.
Will I see that if you do that?
I don't, well, let's try it.
Press the buttons. Press the buttons.
Press the buttons and see what breaks.
Press the button.
Big Rich Yo. Okay, let's see what happens. And
Yeah, it does say that on mine. That's pretty funny.
oh, that might be because
Okay,
I'm a
look
server
who's
manager,
here.
though.
Oh,
So
maybe.
Collie, you made it. Hey, girl.
Hey,
Turn on your
Collie.
camera
The
for us
camera
and
and
everything. Look at your gorgeous face. There you
I
go.
can't change. If I'm right clicking, I can't change anybody's name, Keels. on mine.
Okay, so that's just me.
Yeah.
What? Sometimes you have powers that you didn't know. What was your nickname, Rich?
Doesn't matter. Fine, leave it like that.
Rich Graham.
Honestly, let it go. I like
Okay.
to leave it like that.
So, Keely, in that menu, you've got a bunch of menu items that are red. Is that because you're special?
Yes. See, those I knew were my special powers. So I can see now I'm clicking on Collie's window, and I would never do any of these things, but I could mute her on the entire server. I could deafen her on the entire server. I know, it's shocking. It's shocking. I could disconnect her from this voice channel. And there's timeout options, kicking and banning, and that's all about things that we would do as moderators to keep things under control. So there's really easy access to all the tools that you might need in order to make sure that your voice channel is running smoothly the way you want. If you're running a workshop, if you're running a mentorship call, like you're doing, for example, a Drop Squad chat, you could be doing that in here, and you have all the same tools that you know and love from Zoom and that sort of thing. What do you think, gang? Cool? Did I miss anything else? I don't think I did. Not on that topic.
Screen share.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do next. Here, let me press the magic button, and we are going to talk about sharing your screen, because you can do that in the same way. And I think it works pretty easily. What do you guys all think compared to Zoom and Teams and things like that?
Ain't no thing.
Ain't no thing. Who wants to share their screen for us? I mean, I could, but that's boring.
I've got a photo here. Unless, Collie, you've got a funnel or something.
Unless Collie's got a funnel. Collie's always got a funnel.
Collie and I were looking at photos the other day, so here's one.
Okay, so Dee's just shared her screen, and it shows up as watch a stream. So I don't have to see this, but I really want to. So I'm going to go over and I'm going to click on the watch stream. And that's so pretty.
So pretty.
So pretty. Are you going to show us the otters by any chance?
No, because that was a different machine.
Oh, dang it.
So sorry, dear.
I would love to see the otters.
That was her otter machine.
Yes.
But
Kaboom, boom.
Oh my gosh, that just happened. Where's Tom Buck?
it did.
Oh my goodness. There you go. So you can either have that shared screen blown up as the main focus, or you can have it as part of the grid. And all you have to do is just click on the window itself to bring it back and forth. And then if I'm getting really excited because I'm like, oh, I could share something too, I don't have to kick out Dina's share. So I get a dialogue that asks me if I want to share applications or if I want to share a screen. So I'm going to choose an application for this one. And there's some status indicator ones at the top that I'm not quite sure, but you know what? I think I want to share for everybody the comments that are coming in. So it asks me to confirm what I'm streaming, the streaming channel that I've got, the quality. Now, this is where Discord really shines, because the stream quality, once you have boosted your server over the base free model, you get access to 1080p screen sharing. Now, how many times have you been able to share a screen in Zoom at 1080p? Like, probably never. And then frame rates. So you can see why this is a tool that gamers came up with, because they're like, we want to share our games and we need to have 60 frames per second in order to do that. So I'm going to hit go live. And now you can see there's even another window being streamed. So if somebody really wants to see the comments, they can click on that. Or if they really want to see Dee's amazing grass photo, which is completely stunning and gorgeous, they can click on that instead. And those things are coexisting, which makes collaboration and workshopping really, really possible. So I absolutely love this feature. And then when I'm ready to stop sharing it, I can just hit the big stop streaming button here at the bottom, and I stop the stream, and boom, it's gone. That's all it is. I can share an entire screen, and I don't want to do that because some craziness, total inception mania might happen. I don't want to get too nuts on things, but there you go. Is there anything I missed on share screening, guys? Share screening.
Yes, you can switch screens. Want me to show you?
Yeah, show us.
Yeah, go ahead and show them the UI before I do it,
Me?
because I forgot about that. Yeah, you taught me this last week.
Oh.
You can change which screen. Oh, you can't show them the UI because you are not sharing again. You need
Oh,
to
I
share.
can do it nice and quick.
Cool.
So
Yeah, this is a really cool thing that I was thrilled to learn about.
okay, so yeah, I think I can do this. This might be a little inception-y, but if I share my third screen, which just happens to be a vertical monitor that just has my eCam window in it, so it's everything that you're seeing. Okay, I can go live with that. So here we go. This is getting as crazy inception as possible. Oh, and it's telling me that my stream is recovered. That's just fine. You can see the status at the top actually here. It's showing that it's my screen, 1080p, 30 frames per second, that it's live. That's really dope. And then I can click on this arrow button on the down arrow, and then I can change my window right from here. So I'm like, that window was cool, but there's a cooler window or application, and I could go back to sharing the comments. And I can do that without having to disconnect and reconnect and all that kind of stuff. That's what you meant, right, Dee?
That's exactly what I meant.
Yeah, cool stuff. Okay. So, yeah, that's all of the screen sharing funness, I think. Dope. What's coming next? I have no idea. I'm still a bit, maybe the guests can reduce their volumes. They can't because it's coming through Discord and it's coming into me, but good point. Okay, using Discord while in the voice channel. Okay, so this is just basically the ability to stay in a voice channel and be able to navigate around and do other things. So for example, I got a direct message from Mr. Balls. I am not picking that up because who knows what he's going to be saying. So instead, I'm going to do the smart thing and I'm going to go over to my FH Umpire server. And you can see we're having a little chat here in my yellow channel, which is some of my members, and we're going through stuff. And you can see that my voice channel is still active. It's still there. I can come back to it anytime by just hitting on demo voice and bang, I'm there. But as soon as I want to move out of this and do other things in Discord or, anywhere else, I can just click away from it and it's nice and easy. I still have down in my left-hand pane the controls that I might need if I suddenly need to disconnect. I want to turn off my camera. I want to mute, deafen, all those sort of things. I can do all that from there. So, back to the voice channel. Easy peasiness. Now, here's the last step. Okay, this is probably the part that you all are going to be most interested in because a lot of people in the LGL community following DocRock are eCam users, and you're going to want to add your eCam virtual camera into this. So all it takes is a terminal command. How many of you, when in the voice channel right now, how many of you, it was your first time in terminal when you added eCam virtual camera in there? Do you remember? It wasn't your first time, Dave?
I'd been I had a terminal for a lot of stuff.
Oh man, you guys are super nerds. Collie?
Don't know.
Don't know.
I'll say it's my first time.
So a great place to go in order to find the instructions, luckily enough, is in the resources section of the Let's Get Live server. I'm just going to move this down a little bit out of the way. If you go to the pinned messages in the resource channel, you can hit on that. There's a bunch of really useful posts. And when I scroll to one of the first ones, it has right here, if you want to use eCam virtual camera in Discord, execute this line in terminal. And so I'm going to jump to this message just so I can see it in all its glory. And now the voice channel's in my way again. And if you copy this text, okay. Oh, and I'm going to share my screen and do this. What do you think? That's going to be a bold, bold decision on my part. But you want to copy all that text onto your clipboard. And then I am going to open terminal. I wonder if that's showing up everywhere. One never knows. can I do this really quickly? Oh yeah, there it is. So all I have to do is open up my terminal window. And what I did was I opened Spotlight, typed in terminal, hit enter, and it just opened up the application for me. I didn't have to search for it anywhere, nothing like that. I'm going to paste the contents of my clipboard, and then I would hit enter. It'll prompt you for your Mac operating system password, and then it will execute the command, and boom, you will be able to use Ecamm Virtual Camera in your Discord. So what it looks like, I'm going to go into my voice settings here. Voice and video. And just as a reminder, because we did this before, you will now see it as an option under your cameras. Okay, if it doesn't work the first time, if you don't get a prompt, like a password prompt for your operating system, for your user account for your Mac, then there's something wrong with the code. Maybe there's a backslash that isn't the right way or has been missed out, something really small. But if you don't get prompted for your password, this isn't going to work. But then you get all of your other virtual cameras sitting in here. So I have Epoch, and then my actual physical cameras are there too. So once you do that, you have the ability to do what I'm doing in this voice channel, which is actually show whatever I have on Ecamm in here in this voice channel. So all the tools that you would use to stream out to YouTube or Facebook or anything like that are now available to you in a voice channel. And this is where the real power comes in for me, because I can run my workshops and I can do all kinds of cool stuff without worrying about sharing screens and making sure I'm on the right screen or anything like that. So it's pretty cool. And Ecamm makes me look prettier. So it's my tool of choice. There you go. What do you think, guys? Have I nailed this down?
Yeah, you have.
Anything else that I
Everybody's
should
doing it
cover?
now.
Anything else I should cover about voice channels at all? This is the coolest thing for me, bringing Ecamm and streaming, and oh, everything's loading up now. There it
Yeah.
goes.
Well, I want to
Well,
say
you
that one of
finished
the
other-
things that I really liked was being able to like switch the tabs and switch the screens. I think that's super cool. Like when I was doing the funnel run through in the Discord channel, and like, okay, I want to go over to Canva, and then I want to go back over to my other thing within Kajabi and all of that, and being able to like show all of those steps with so much ease. It's just like a click. That's my favorite thing that I've discovered.
Nice. That's awesome. What were you going to say, Dee?
Individual private chats. So if Kali and I were on a call or were in a chat, you know what I'm saying. Take it from here, boss.
No, you were doing a great job. So this is a group voice channel. And I mean, it could be a group of 1, it could be a group of 2, or up to 25. But you can also use direct messages. Now, I don't want to go into my direct messages screen just in case I uncover some private information. I don't want to. But if I went into my direct messages, I could initiate a private voice channel with that person, AKA call them. It's pretty amazing. And it is lightning fast. It's zero friction. And so I'm having meetings with people about Discord in Discord, showing them what Discord can do at the same time. It is so much fun. Super powerful.
So meta.
I know, right? So meta. very, very, very much so. So the limitations really with this largely are just your imagination. How can you use this to reach out to your community, to hold activities for them? If I wanted to, I could take this entire thing that we're doing, and I could take this Ecamm screen or this Discord screen, and I could stream it out to YouTube if I wanted. I could record it using Ecamm to make sure that I had it for posterity and for replay for other people. I could, put it unlisted or private on YouTube and just make sure that I had that recording. Whatever you need to do, using Ecamm and Discord together is just a really powerful combination. You can do just amazing stuff for all your friends. in your community. Speaking of friends, you guys were awesome. Thanks for popping in and making this demo a lot more interesting. It would have been really boring if it was just me.
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all.
No, I thoroughly believe it
could have
because it
pulled
would have just been like a blank window and me and everybody been, I don't understand.
You know something else I noticed? There is a YouTuber that I follow, and he has his private Discord community, and he also streams onto YouTube. And one of the things that he does, which I think is like really cool, is that he has this huge monitor, and the way he has his camera set up is that he's chatting with in the voice channel with his private community and his Discord, but at the
Yes.
same time, he's responding to the folks who are both in the Discord channel and also to the folks who are joining him live on YouTube. And I thought of that just a moment ago. And we're like, oh yeah, I can stream this whole thing into my YouTube. And I just love how like flexible, the flexibility within Discord. You know, even going back to that thing about being able to switch tabs, it seems like a small thing, but when you're training and teaching someone something, being able to have that versatility makes a world of difference, you know? And so I love the flexibility that you can find across, you know, various areas of functions and features that's within Discord.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great point because I know there's a lot of people who like to hold workshops or conversations where they have, you know, a panel of guests or they have people who have special access in order to be able to verbally
Right.
ask during the stream their questions because you know they have that priority, and yet you can open it up to a whole new section of your community for just observation, for watching, to be able to
Yeah.
you know make their comments and things like that. So that is
Yeah, because one of the things
great.
that you talk about, and quite a few people in the community talk about, is that your audience is paying for access to you, right? And so those more premium folks, you know, they get a chance to be in communication with you from the Discord, and they get a chance to get their questions answered first and be able to be prioritized. And then you can even have different channels, you know, within the I'm not saying something that you haven't talked about already, but being able to have like different tiers and different levels, different groups, you know, and being able to give each of those segments exactly what they want without you having to like go here and go there. It's just a click away.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. That's a great point. Dee, when you do your cook along next week, is there anything that you saw today that reinforced something that you're going to do when you do your cook along? Oh, not next week, but in April. In April.
Definitely. I generally don't come in here with Ecamm when we're doing our work or just hanging out, but I'll definitely come in through Ecamm that time so I can do the, you know, any overlays that I want to do, whether it's the cocktail or the recipe.
Nice.
Also screen shares if there's a method that I want to show that's already got a great video for it, I could just play that directly.
Yeah.
So
The thing that
that's
really
probably what I'll
excites
go
me is somebody, now I'm not going to be one of your cooking students because let's face it, I'm not, you know, I'm just not a cook. But let's pretend I was. The thing that would excite me the most about this kind of setup is I could say, hey, Dee, can you look at my pot? Have I browned my onions enough? And you would be able to focus on my camera if I had my camera over my pot, and you'd be able to go, oh no, they need a couple more minutes. And what
Yes,
a nice way to be able to coach and to interact like that. And Kali, you could do a similar thing with if you had a small yoga workshop. You could sort of see out of your corner of your eye that you weren't sure if somebody was hitting their crow pose exactly right and you wanted to do a correction. You could click on their window, blow it up, and say, okay, you just need to move your elbow a little more inside, protect that shoulder, and then boom, you'd be able to offer that correction. I just made that up.
I
on the
love
fly.
how specific that instruction you just gave. I'm like, somebody been doing their yoga.
Yeah, well, I have strong memories from all the corrections that I've been given and things like that. And yeah, I mean, Rich, there's possibilities for you as well that, you know, when you're demoing products with your clients or anything like that, you could be physically showing them and they could say, "Okay, well, look, I've got this mug. Do you have something like this?" And they could be holding it and you can say, "Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got something like that, but this is way better." And, you know, whatever things like that. So,
All the possibilities. You're right.
exactly. Fantastic. All right. Well, I just checked in with the comments and I don't think there's any other questions right now. So I hope that everybody got just a divine, section out. Did anybody have a closer here from the voice channel?
Yeah, there's one question coming in on your DFC
Oh.
from David Hunt. How are you selecting who shows on the main screen?
Okay. Great question, David.
Mm.
Thanks, Dee. Appreciate it. Let me drag my universal control over. Okay. So the way that I'm selecting, David, is all I'm doing is I'm clicking on the window that I want to focus on. So I am in, universal control. You're fun. It only makes me nervous when I'm actually streaming. Otherwise, it's working perfectly. Okay. So for example, if I want now to focus on Kali, okay, so my cursor is over on Kali's window. I'm just going to click, I'm just going to click on her, and now she's the focus window. That's it. And then if I want to go back to a full grid, I'm just going to click on Kali's window again, and boom, I've got the full grid. So it's
Getting back the Cabbage Patch if we're not careful.
Oh, wait a minute.
everybody
focus.
dancing, everybody dancing. I feel like a director because I'm just going camera 1, D camera,
Right?
big rich camera, Kali camera. Wait, I went too far. Kali camera. So yeah, it's as easy as that. It's just so nice. And the same thing if there was a screen share in there, it's just treated as another camera, and then boom, you're just clicking through all those windows. So there you go. Did I miss any other questions over there, Dee, or was that?
That was it.
That was it. Awesome sauce. Okay, I'm gonna drop out of this voice channel and then say goodbye on the YouTube. So, gang, thanks for popping in. I really appreciate it.
Thanks
You
for
guys
having
are
us.
Thank you for playing.
great. Yeah, thanks for playing. And boom, I just hit disconnect, and here we are. It's just us. Big thanks to Rich, Kali, D for stopping in the voice channel with me and showing off some of the features. And I hope that you can see now some of the coolest parts. When you are in the LGL server, you can be popping in and doing little work sessions with your friends. You can ask questions of people if the typing really doesn't jive with what you're trying to accomplish that day, or you don't have the time, you want to have a more in-depth conversation, then boom, open up a voice channel, have a text. Hey, you want to pop into the lounge with me? I'd love to ask you some questions about Kajabi funnels. And you could work things together. One of the ways that some groups are using it is to workshop, thumbnail design, or to talk about particular monetization ideas or anything like that. Troubleshooting. There's a lot of troubleshooting going on too. So you've got tons and tons of options, and within your own community, there is just no limit to the ways in which you can engage and provide value to your community members. So thank you all for joining in. This is it. I swear I am never coming back on just kidding. I am not taking over Doc's stream for at least 3 months. Okay, that's it. Doc, don't even ask. It's not going to happen. Okay, I'm watching. I had a great time with you all. Please don't forget, head on over to the Discord for Creators server. If you haven't joined up already, I'd love to see you over there. We are going to talk all things community building on the Discords. So that's a great place for that. Don't forget also to join the LGL server. Thank you very much. Paul Duncan knew I was getting there. The link is in the chat. Join that one as well. And if you find other creators who you support, go find their servers as well. Ask them if they have a server. If they don't, you send them my way. And if they do, join their server and find out how they are engaging. See what value you can get out of that experience. And that will in turn teach you as well ways in which you can engage with your community and provide them value. So there you go. Thanks for all your time again, everybody. It's been a blast. Doc will be back on Saturday. I'm not going to promise. He's promised me he's going to be back on Saturday. So Enjoy the rest of your day. If you're replay squad, please, we will come back to your comments. I will come back to your comments and answer them. And I look forward to seeing you in a Discord server very, very soon. Bye, everybody.